has asked me to be brief, so brief I will be. First off, after this performance, there will be a short talkback, so if there is anything you want to ask the cast and crew or hear about how this whole thing came together, please stay. Second off, and much more importantly, the cast and the crew would like to dedicate this performance to Dr. Richards as a thank you for teaching this work in her Justice in the Common Good class. It was your teaching of this that provided the impetus for me wanting to do this, so thank you very much.
It is my distinct honor to present to you His Grace, King Henry VIII.
No lordship, no ceremony, please. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our performance of Robert Bolt's A Man for All Seasons. This play is based on the story of Sir Thomas More, who, in his own words, died the king's loyal servant, but God's first. At this moment, we asked that you silence your cell phones and, for the sake of our actors, refrain from any flash photography. There will be a brief 10-minute intermission after Act 1 of the play. Please be advised that this show contains moderate language and some intense sequences. In the unlikely event of an emergency, please take the moment to locate the exit nearest to you. Now, take a moment in our little haven here to forget how time flows past outside. Well, affairs call me to court, and so I give you my thanks and say good night. So please, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
And intellectuals with embroidered mouths with me. If a king or a cardinal had given the prologue, he'd have had the right materials. And an intellectual would have had enough majestic meanings, colored propositions, and closely woven liturgical stuff to dress the House of Lords. But this. Is this a costume? Does this say anything? Barely covers one man's nakedness. A bit of black material to reduce old Adam to the common man. If they'd have let me come on naked, I could have shown you something of my own, which would have told you without words something I've forgotten. Old Adam's muffled up. Well, for a proposition of my own, I don't need a costume. Matthew, the household steward of Sir Thomas More. There's company to dinner. All right. Common man, a 16th century butler. All right, the 16th century is the century of the common man, like all the other centuries. And that's my proposition. That's Sir Thomas More.
The line, please, Matthew.
It's there, sir.
Is it good?
Bless you, sir, I don't know.
Bless you too, Matthew.
But every man has his privacy.
No, no, no.
Oh, yes, and money too.
Master Richard Rich.
No, no, no.
Or pleasures, titles, women, bricks and mortar, there's always something.
Childish.
Well, in suffering, certainly.
By a man of suffering.
Impose suffering, and often mistake.
For a moment I thought you were being profound.
Good evening, Matthew.
Evening, sir.
No, not a bit profound. It then merely becomes a practical matter of how to make him suffer sufficiently.
Oh, and who recommended you to read Signor Machiavelli? No, who?
Master Cromwell.
Ah, he's a very able man.
And so he is.
Yes, I say he is. He's very able.
He will do something for me, he says.
I didn't know you knew him.
Pardon me, Sir Thomas, but how much do you know about me?
Whatever you've let me know.
I'd let you know everything.
Richard, you should go back to Cambridge. You're deteriorating.
Well, I'm not used. Do you know how much I have to show for 7 months' work? Work? Waiting's work when you wait as hard as I wait? Hard. For 7 months, that's 200 days, I have to show the acquaintance of the Cardinal's outer doorman, the indifference of the Cardinal's inner doorman, and the Cardinal's chamberlain's hand in my chest. Oh, also, 1/2 of a good morning delivered at 50 paces by the Duke of Norfolk. Doubtless he mistook me for someone.
He was very affable at dinner.
Everyone's affable here, and the friendship of Sir Thomas More, or should I say acquaintance?
Say friendship.
Well, there. A friend of Sir Thomas More and still no office? There must be something wrong with him.
I thought we said friendship. The Dean of St. Paul's offers you a post, with a house, a servant, and £50 a year.
What? What post?
At the new school.
A teacher?
A man should go where he won't be tempted. Come here, Richard. Take a look at this. Look.
It's beautiful.
Italian. Do you want it?
Why?
No joke. Keep it or sell it.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, of course, but
You'll sell it, won't you?
yes, I will.
And buy what?
Some decent clothes. I want a gown like yours.
You get several gowns for that, I should think. It was sent to me a while ago by some woman. Now she's put a lawsuit into the court of requests. It's a bribe, Richard.
So you give it away, of course.
Yes.
To me?
Well, I'm not going to keep it, and you need it. Of course, if you feel contaminated...
No. I'll risk it.
Richard, in office they offer you all sorts of things. I was once offered a whole village, with a mill and a farm and God knows what else. Coat of arms, I shouldn't be surprised. Why not be a teacher? You'd be a fine teacher, perhaps even a great one.
And if I was, who would know it?
Yourself, your pupils, your friends, God, not a bad public that. Oh, and a quiet life.
You say that.
Richard, I was commanded into office. It was inflicted on me. Can't you believe that?
It's hard.
Be a teacher.
It was magnificent.
The Duke of Norfolk, Earl Marshal of England.
I tell you, he stooped from the clouds. Alice!
Here, Lady Alice, my master's wife.
I tell you, he stooped from the clouds.
He didn't.
God damn it, he did.
Couldn't.
He does.
Not possible.
But often.
Never.
Damn my soul.
Come down, Meg.
Ah, Lady Margaret, my master's daughter. Lovely, really lovely.
Matthew gets about your business. We'll settle this, my lord, with Clifton Thomas. Thomas, a falcon couldn't stoop from a cloud, could he?
I don't know, my dear. It seems unlikely. I have seen falcons do some very splendid things.
But how could he stoop from a cloud? He couldn't see where he was going.
You see, Alice, you're ignorant of the subject. A little falcon don't care where he's going, and anyway, I was talking to Meg. It was the very first pass of the day, Meg, and from the sun was behind us, and from side to side of the valley, like the roof of a tent, was solid mist.
Oh, mist!
Well, mist is a cloud, isn't it?
No. The opinion of Aristotle is that mists are an exhalation of the earth, whereas clouds...
I tell you, he stooped 500 feet, like that, like an act of God, isn't it, Thomas?
He's tremendous.
Tremendous.
And did he kill the heron?
Oh, but the heron was clever. It was a royal stoop, though. If you could ride, I'd take you, Alice.
I can ride, my lord.
No, you'll make yourself ill.
And I'll bet 25, 30 shillings that I won't see no falcon stoop from no clouds.
Done. Alice, you can't ride with them.
Thomas, remember who you are. I a city wife.
No, indeed, you just lost 30 shillings. There are such birds, I think. And the heron got home to its chicks, Meg, and so all was satisfactory.
Yes.
What was that of Aristotle's, Rich?
Nothing, Sir Thomas. It was out of place.
I've never found much use for Aristotle myself, not practically. Great philosopher, of course, wonderful mind.
Excellent, Your Grace.
Master Rich is recently converted to the doctrines of Machiavelli.
Oh no.
Oh, the Italian? Nasty book from what I hear.
Very practical, Your Grace.
You've read it? Amazing girl, Thomas, but where are you going to find a husband for her?
Where indeed?
The doctrines of Machiavelli have been largely misunderstood. I think, indeed, properly apprehended. He has no doctrine. Master Cromwell has the sense of it, I think, when he says that.
You know Cromwell?
Slightly over it.
The Cardinal's secretary?
Never, it can't be.
The Cardinal, it's impossible.
It's a fact. When? 3 days ago?
A farrier's son.
Well, the Cardinal's a butcher's son, isn't he?
He'll be up quick and down quick with Master Cromwell.
No. Do you like Master Cromwell, Master Rich?
He's the only man in London who does.
I think I do, Lady Alice.
Good, well then you don't need my help.
No, Sir Thomas, if only you knew how much rather I'd yours help than his.
You're the Cardinal's secretary, the Cardinal appears. He wants me now.
At this time of night,
The King's business.
the Queen's business.
More than likely, Alice, more than likely.
What's the time?
11 o'clock, sir.
Is there a boat?
Wait, sir.
I must take my leave. Then you'll go to bed. You'll excuse me, Norfolk, Master Rich? O Lord, give us rest this night, or we must be wakeful, cheerful, careful only for our soul's salvation.
For Christ's sake, amen.
And God bless our Lord the King.
And God bless our Lord the King.
Amen. Howard, are you at Griffin?
No, down the river.
Then good night. Oh, Norfolk, there's a young man desperate for employment, something in the clerical line.
Well, if you recommend him.
No, I don't recommend him, but I put him out. He's at the New Inn. You take him there.
Alright, come on.
Your Grace.
We'll hop the horns though, Alice.
Anywhere you like.
Good night, Sir Thomas. Thank you.
Be a teacher. Alice, the ground's hard at Hounslow.
That's where the Cardinal crushed his bum.
Good night.
Good night.
Alice, sorry, Margaret,
Yes?
go to bed.
It's a gift, Matthew. Sir Thomas gave it to me. He gave it to me.
Very nice present, sir.
Yes. Good night, Matthew.
Sir Thomas has taken quite a fancy to you, sir. Thank you, sir. That one will come to nothing. My master, Thomas More, would give anything to anyone. Some say that's good, some say that's bad. But I say he can't help it, and that's bad. Because someday, somebody's going to ask him for something he wants to keep, and he'll be out of practice. There must be something he wants to keep. That's only common sense.
It's 1:30. Where have you been?
1 o'clock, Your Grace. I've been on the river.
Since you seem so violently opposed to the dispatch from Rome, I thought you'd like to look it over.
Thank you, Your Grace.
Before it goes.
Your Grace is very kind.
Well, what do you think of it?
It seems very well phrased, Your Grace.
The devil it does. And apart from the style, Sir Thomas?
Address the Cardinal Campeggio,
Yes.
not to our ambassador.
Our ambassador's a ninny.
Your Grace appointed.
Yes. I need a ninny in Rome so that I can write to Cardinal Campeggio.
It's devious.
It's a devious situation.
But there must be something simple in the middle of it.
I believe you believe that. You're a constant regret to me, Thomas. You could just see facts flat on without that horrible moral swing. With just a little common sense, you could have been a statesman.
Oh, Your Grace flatters me.
Don't brittle, Thomas. Are you going to help me?
If Your Grace would be specific.
Take your slaughter, take you all together, your scholarship, your experience, what are you? Come here. The king.
Yes,
Where has he been? Do you know?
I, Your Grace?
Oh, spare me the discretion, Thomas. He's been to play in the mud again.
Indeed.
Indeed, indeed. Are you going to oppose me? He's gone in. Alright, we'll plod. The king wants a son. What are you going to do about it?
I'm very sure the king needs no advice from me on what to do about it.
Thomas, we're alone. I give you my word, there's no one here.
I didn't suppose there was, Your Grace.
Oh, sit down. Do you favor change of dynasty, Sir Thomas? Do you think 2 tutors is sufficient?
For God's sake, Your Grace!
Then the king needs a son. I repeat, what are you going to do about it?
I pray for it daily.
God's death, he means it. And that thing out there is indeed fertile, Thomas.
But she's not his wife.
Yes, Catherine's his wife, and she's as barren as a brick. Are you going to pray for a miracle?
There are precedents.
It's all right, good. Pray, pray by all means. But in addition to prayer, there is effort. My efforts to secure a divorce. Have I your support or have I not?
His Holiness the Pope granted a dispensation so that King Henry could marry Queen Catherine for state reasons. Now we are to ask the Pope to dispense with his dispensation, also for state reasons.
I don't like plodding, Thomas. Don't make me plod longer than I have to. Well,
Then clearly all we have to do is approach His Holiness and ask him.
I think we might influence His Holiness's answer.
Like this.
Like this and in other ways.
I will express my opinion on this.
Then good night, Thomas. Oh, your conscience is your own affair, but you're a statesman. Do you remember the Yorkist Wars?
Very clearly.
Let him die without an heir, and we'll have them back again. Let him die without an heir, and this peace you think so much of will go out like that. Very well then. England needs an heir. Certain measures, perhaps regrettable, perhaps not. There is much in the church that needs reformation, Thomas. All right, regrettable, but necessary to get us an heir. Now explain how you, as Councillor of England, can obstruct those measures for the sake of your own private conscience.
Well, I believe when statesmen forsake their private conscience for the sake of their public duties, they lead their country by a short route to chaos. And we shall have my prayers to fall back on.
You'd like that, wouldn't you? To govern the country by prayer?
Yes, I would.
I'd like to be there when you try. Who will? Who will put his neck in this after you? You? Tunstall? Suffolk?
Tunstall for me.
I vote for the king. What about my secretary, Master Cromwell?
Cromwell?
You'd rather do it yourself?
Me, rather than Cromwell.
Then come down to earth, Thomas. And until you do, bear in mind that you have an enemy.
Where, Your Grace?
Here, Thomas.
As Your Grace pleases.
As God wills.
Perhaps, Your Grace.
More, you should have been a cleric.
Like yourself, Your Grace?
I was just going home myself, sir.
And find me another boat.
Oh, bless you, sir, that's all right. I expect you'll make it worth my while, sir.
Boatman, have you a license?
Bless you, sir. Yes, I've got a license.
Then you know that the fares are fixed. Why, Sir Thomas,
Hi, Master Cromwell. You work very late.
I'm on my way to Cardinal.
Ah, yes, you are to be felicitated. Good morning, Master Secretary.
Yes,
If it is indeed Felicity, be busy at night.
it is.
Felicitations, ma'am.
You have just left him, I think.
Yes.
You left him in his laughing mood, I hope.
On the whole, I would say no, not laughing.
I'm sorry. I'm one of your multitudinous admirers, Sir Thomas. A penny, half penny to Chelsea.
The coming man, they say, sir.
Do they? Well, where's your boat?
Just along the wharf, sir.
Sir Thomas More.
Senior Shakir, you're up very late, Your Excellency.
So is the Cardinal, Sir Thomas.
He sleeps very little.
You have just left him, I think, then.
You are correctly informed, as always.
I will not ask you the subject of your conversation.
No, of course not.
Sir Thomas, I will be plain. Plain that is so far as the diplomatic decencies permit. My Master Charles, the King of Spain, feels himself concerned in anything concerning his blood relations. He would feel himself insulted by any insult offered to his mother's sister. I refer, of course, to Queen Catherine. The King of Spain would feel himself insulted by any insult offered to Queen Catherine.
His feeling would be natural.
Sir Thomas, may I ask if you and the Cardinal parted amicably?
Amicably? Yes.
In agreement?
Amicably.
Say no, I understand.
I hope you do, Your Excellency.
You're a good man.
I don't see how you could deduce that from what I have told you.
A nod is as good as a wink to a blind horse. I understand. You're a good man. Go Venus, go busy.
Some people can boats stay afloat on their own, sir. They don't. They cost money. You may not believe me, sir, but take ankle rope. Even for a little skip like mine, it's a penny a fathom. With a young wife, sir, as you know.
I'll pay you what I went to. The river's very black tonight. They say it's silting up. Is that so?
Not in the middle there, sir. There's a channel there getting deeper all the time.
How is your wife?
She's losing her shape, sir. Losing it fast.
Well, so are we all.
Yes, sir. It's common.
Well, take me home.
That I will, sir. From Richmond to Chelsea, it's a penny half penny. From Chelsea to Richmond, a penny half penny. From Richmond to Chelsea, it's a quiet flow downstream. From Chelsea to Richmond, it's a hard pull upstream. And it's a penny half penny either way. Whoever makes the regulations doesn't row a boat. Home again.
Matthew, is the Lady Alice in bed?
Yes, sir.
Lady Margaret?
No, sir. Master Rover's here.
At this hour? Who let him in?
He's a difficult man to keep out, sir.
Where are they?
Here, Father.
Good morning, Will. It's a little early for breakfast.
Haven't come to breakfast, sir.
Will wants to marry me, Father.
Well, we can't marry you.
Mr. Thomas, I'm to be called to the bar.
Oh, congratulations, Robert.
My family may not be in the palace, sir, but in the city.
Oh, the Ropers were advocates when the Moors were so impure. There's nothing wrong with your family. There's nothing wrong with your fortune. There's nothing wrong with you. Except you need a clock.
I can buy a clock, sir.
Roper, the answer is no, and will be no so long as you're a heretic.
That's a word I don't like, Sir Thomas.
It's not a likable word, it's not a likable thing.
The church is heretical. Dr. Luther's proved that to my satisfaction.
Luther's an excommunicate.
From a heretic church. Church? It's a shop. Forgiveness by the florin. Job lots now in Germany. And divorces.
Divorces.
Oh, half England's buzzing with that.
Half England. The ends of the court may be buzzing. England doesn't buzz so easily.
It will. And is that a church? Is that a cardinal? Is that a pope? Or an antichrist? Look, when I know I'll say.
You've no sense of the place.
There's no sense of the time.
Listen,
Listen, Will. 2 years ago, you were a passionate churchman. Now you're a passionate Lutheran. We must just pray that when your head stops spinning, your face is to the front again.
Don't lengthen your prayers with me, sir.
Oh, one more or less. Is your horse here?
No, I won't.
Well, take a horse from the stable and be off. Go on.
May I come again?
Yes, soon.
Good night, sir.
Is that final, Father?
So long as he's a heretic, Meg, that's final. Nice boy. Terribly strong principle. I thought I told you to go to bed.
Yes, why?
Because I meant for you to go to bed. You're very pensive.
You're very gay. Did the cardinal speak of the divorce?
You know, I think we've been on the wrong track with Will. It's no good arguing with a Roper.
Father, did he?
Old Roper was just a mistake. Now, make him think he's swimming with the current, and he'll turn around and go in the opposite direction. What we really need is a substantial attack on the church.
We're going to get it, aren't we?
Meg, I'll not have you talk treason, and I'll not have you repeat lawyer's gossip. I'm a lawyer myself, and I know how much it's worth. Now look what you've done.
Young Roper! I've just seen young Roper on my horse!
You'll bring it back, dear. He's been to see Margaret.
Oh, why don't you beat that girl?
No, she's full of education, and it's a delicate commodity.
Where's the pistol?
Yes, but it's there now. Think of how much it cost.
Margaret, come on.
Sorry, you're already in shape.
I wasn't sleeping very deeply. Thomas, look at those things.
Will asked me for Margaret.
That's impudence!
Yeah, wasn't it?
Old fox. What does he want, Thomas?
He wanted me to read a dispatch.
Was that all?
A Latin dispatch.
Oh. You don't want to talk about it?
No.
Norfolk was talking for you for Chancellor when you left.
The poor friend then, Wolsey's Chancellor. We don't need another. I don't want this.
Drink it. Great men get colds in the head just the same as common men.
That's dangerous leveling talk, Alice. Beware the tower. I will. I'll drink it in bed.
Would you want to be Chancellor?
No.
That's what I said, but Marvel said if Wolsey fell.
If Wolsey fell, the splash would be enough to swamp a few small boats like our own. There will be no new Chancellor while Wolsey lives.
Whether we follow tradition in ascribing Wolsey's death to a broken heart, or accept Professor Larholm's less feeling diagnosis of pulmonary pneumonia, its effective cause was the king's displeasure. He died at Leicester on the 29th of November, 1530, while on his way to the Tower under charge of high treason. England's next Lord Chancellor was Sir Thomas More, a scholar, and by popular repute, a saint. His scholarship is supported by his writings. Saintliness is a quality less easy to establish. But from his willful indifference to realities which were obvious to quite ordinary contemporaries, it seems all too probable that he had it.
Rich, what brings you to Hampton?
I came with the Duke last night, Master Cromwell. They're hunting again.
It's a kingly pastime, Master Rich. I'm glad you found employment. You're the Duke's secretary, are you not?
My work is mostly secretarial.
Or is it his librarian you are? I do look after His Grace's library, yes. Oh, well, that's something. And I don't suppose you're bothered much by his grace in the library. It is odd how differently men's fortunes flow. My late master Wolsey died in disgrace, and here I am in the king's own service. There you are, comforted from backwater, yet the new Lord Chancellor's an old friend of yours.
He's not really my friend.
Oh, I thought he was.
In a sense, he is.
Well, I always understood he set you up in life.
He recommended me to the Duke.
Ah, yes. Are you very attached to His Grace's library, or would you be free to accept an office?
Have you offices in here?
I'm listened to by those who have.
Master Cromwell, what is it that you do for the king?
Yes, I should like to know that too, Master Cromwell.
Senor Chapuis, you've met His Excellency, the Spanish ambassador, the Duke of Norfolk's librarian.
But how shall we introduce you, Master Cromwell, if we had the happiness?
Oh, sly, you know how sly he is, Rich. Well, I suppose you would call me the king's ear. Oh, it's a useful organ, the ear, but in fact it's even simpler than that. When the king wants something done, I do it.
But then why these justices, chancellors, and advocates?
Oh, they are the Constitution. Our ancient English Constitution. I merely do things.
For example?
Oh, beware these professional diplomats. Well now, for example, next week at Deptford we're launching the Great Harry. 1,000 tons, 4 masts, 66 guns, and an overall length of 175 feet. It's expected to be very effective, all this you probably know. However, you might not know that the king himself will guide her down the river. Yes, the king himself will be her pilot. He will have a pilot's whistle upon which you will blow, and he will wear in every respect the common pilot's uniform, except for the material, which will be cloth of gold. These innocent fancies require more preparation than one might suppose, and someone has to do it. Meanwhile, I do prepare myself for higher things. I stock my mind.
Oh, alas, Master Cromwell, don't we all? This ship, for instance, it has 56 guns, I believe, not 66. And only 40 of them are heavy. After the launching, I suppose the king will take his barge to Chelsea.
Yes.
To?
Sir Thomas More's.
Will you be there?
Oh, no. They'll talk about the divorce. The king will ask him for an answer.
He has given an answer.
The king will ask him for another.
But Sir Thomas is a good son of the church.
Sir Thomas is a man.
Isn't that his steward now?
I believe it is. Well, good day, Your Excellency.
Good day, Master Cromwell.
Good day.
Sir Thomas doesn't talk about it to his own wife, sir.
This is worth nothing.
But he doesn't talk about it to his daughter, sir, Lady Margaret.
So?
So he's worried, sir. Frightened. Sir, he goes white when it's mentioned.
All right.
Oh, sir.
Are you coming in my direction, Rich?
No, no.
I think you should be.
I can't tell you anything.
Well,
Sir Thomas rises at 6 and prays for an hour and a half, sir.
yes.
During Lent, sir, he lived entirely off of bread and water.
Yes.
Sir Thomas goes to confession twice a week, sir. Parish priest, Dominican.
He is a true son of the church.
That he is, sir.
With Master Cromwell,
Same as you, sir.
no man can have two masters, steward.
No, indeed, sir. I serve one.
Good, simple, sir. Please, please. Please, please.
And with you, sir.
May our Lord watch you.
You, sir. That's a very religious man.
Matthew, what did Senor Chapuis want?
I have no idea, sir. told him Sir Thomas says his prayers and goes to confession.
Why that?
Well, that's what he wanted to know, sir. I mean, I could have told him any number of things about Sir Thomas. That he has rheumatism, prefers red wine to white, is easily seasick, fond of kippers, afraid of drowning, but that's what he wanted to know, sir.
What did he say?
He said Sir Thomas is a good churchman, sir.
That's true, isn't it?
I'm just telling you what he said, sir. Oh, Master Cromwell went that way.
Did I ask you which way Master Cromwell went?
The great thing's not to get out of your depth. What I can tell them is common knowledge, but now they've given money for it. Everyone wants value for his money. They'll make it a secret now to prove they haven't been bilked. They'll make it a secret by making it dangerous. When I can't touch the bottom, I'll go deaf, blind, and dumb. And that's more than I earn in a fortnight.
Somebody else must be found!
He must be in the house! He's not in the house, Mother. Then he must be here in the garden!
He takes things too far, Alice.
Do I not know it?
It will end badly for him.
I know that too. My lady, the king.
Where's your master?
Where's Sir Thomas? Missy, where's my father?
Fool. The king arrives and the chancellor's not here.
Sir, my lady, it's not my fault.
Thomas will get over that. This is not how Lucy made himself great.
Thomas has his own way of doing things, my lord.
Yes, Thomas is unique. But where is Thomas?
Thomas! Father.
Sir. My lord chancellor, what's this fooling about? Does the king visit you every day?
No, but I go to Vesper in those days.
Dear. Yes, not for me.
Your Majesty does my house more honor than I fear my household can bear.
Oh, no ceremony, Thomas, no ceremony. A passing fancy. I happened to be on the river. Look, mud.
We do it in better style. You come by the road.
Oh, the road. There's the road for me. Thomas, the river. My river. By heaven, what evening! Lady Alice, I feel we come upon you unexpectedly.
Oh, no, Your Grace. That is, yes, Your Grace. But we are ready to entertain Your Grace, that is.
This is my daughter Margaret. She has not had a chance to meet your Grace.
Why, Margaret? They told me you were a scholar.
Answer, Margaret?
Among women, I pass for one, Your Grace.
Antiquone modo Latine Claritas. Enoxomniensi.
Come docet pater domine.
Bene, optimus est. Grecum ligum quoque. To ducuit.
Come docet non pater, meus in meni patris amicus. Johannes Claritas, Sancti Callidicanus.
Oh! Take care, Thomas. Too much learning is a weariness of the flesh, and there is no end to the making of books. Can you dance too?
Not all, Your Grace.
Well, I dance superlatively! That's a dancer's leg, Mark. Hey, Norfolk. Now that's a wrestler's leg. But I can take him. Shall I show them, Howard? Shall I? You are gentle. That's good. You shall read me. No, you shall read me. Ah, Lady Alice, I fear the river's given me an appetite.
If Your Grace would share a very simple supper.
It would please me to. Ma, did you know I'm something of a scholar too?
All the world knows Your Grace's book, asserting the 7 sacraments of the Church.
Ah, yes. But between ourselves, your father had a hand in that, eh, Thomas?
Here and there, your Grace, in a minor capacity.
Oh, he seeks to shame me with his modesty. On second thought, Lady Alice, we'll follow. Thomas and I will follow. Oh, wait. Margaret, are you fond of music?
Yes, your grace.
I am a fool.
How so, your grace?
What else but a fool to live in a court, in a licentious mob, when I have friends, with gardens?
Your grace.
No courtship, no ceremony, be seated, honest. You are my friend, are you not?
Your Majesty.
And thank God I am a friend for Chancellor. Readier to be friends, I trust, than he was to be Chancellor.
My own knowledge of my poor abilities.
I will judge of your abilities, Thomas. Did you know that Wolsey named you for Chancellor?
Wolsey?
Aye, before he died. Wolsey named you when Wolsey was no fool.
He was a statesman of incomparable ability.
Was he? Was he so? Then why did he fail? Be seated, it was villainy then. Yes, villainy. I was right to break him. He was all pride, Thomas. A proud man, pride right through. And he failed me. He failed me, the one thing that mattered. The one thing that matters, Thomas. Then or now. And why? He wanted to be Pope. He wanted to be Bishop of Rome. I'll tell you something, Thomas, and you can check this for yourself. It was never merry in England while we had cardinals amongst us. But look now. I shall forget the feel of that great tiller under my hands. I took her down to the Doggets Bank and went about and brought her up until they arose. A man can step clean round the world in that ship.
Some men could, your grace.
Touching this matter of my divorce, have you thought of it since we last talked?
Of little else.
Then you see your way clear to me?
That you should put away Queen Catherine? Oh, alas, as I think of it, I see so clearly that I cannot come with your grace that my endeavor to not think of it at all.
Then you have not thought enough! Great God, Thomas! Why do you hold out against me in the desire of my heart? The very wick of my heart!
There is my right arm. Take your dagger and saw it from my shoulder, and I will laugh and be thankful if by that means I can come with your grace with a clear conscience.
I know, Thomas. I know.
I crave pardon if I offend.
Speak, then.
When I took the Great Seal, your Majesty promised not to pursue me on this matter.
So I break my word, Master Law! No, I'm joking. I joke roughly. I often think I'm a rough fellow. Yes, sir. Rough young fellow. Be seated. That's a rose. We are one right in that time to me. Not so very sad, though. I'm in an excellent state of mind. You must consider, Thomas, that I stand in peril of my soul. It was no marriage. She was my brother's widow. Leviticus, thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of thy brother's wife. Leviticus chapter 18, verse 60.
Yes, your grace, but Deuteronomy.
Oh, Deuteronomy is ambiguous.
Your grace, I'm not fit to meddle these matters. Me, it seems a matter of the Holy See.
Thomas! Does a man need a pope to tell him when he sins? It was a sin. I admit it, I repent, and God has punished me for it. I have no son. Son after son she's borne me, all dead at birth or dead within the mud. I never saw that and God so clear in anything. I have a daughter. She's a good child, a well-set child. But I have no son. It is my bounden duty to put away the queen, and all comes back to St. Peter shall not come between me and my duty. How is it that you cannot see? Everyone else does.
Then why does your grace need my poor support?
Because you are honest. What's more to the purpose, you're known to be honest. There are those like Norfolk who follow me because I wear the crown. And there are those like Master Cromwell who follow me because they are shackles with sharp teeth, and I am their lion. And there is a mass that follows me because it follows anything that moves. And there is you.
I am sick to think how I must displease your grace.
No, don't. I respect your sincerity. Respect, oh man, it's water in the desert. How did you like our music? That little air they played, it had a certain well. Tell me what you thought.
Could it have been your grace's own?
Discovered? Well now I'll never know your true opinion, and that's irksome. For we artists, though we love praise, yet we love truth better.
Then I will tell your grace truly what I thought of it.
Speak.
To me it seemed delightful.
Thomas, I chose the right man for Chancellor.
I must in all fairness add that my taste in music is reputedly deplorable.
Oh, your taste in music is excellent! It exactly coincides with my own. Music. Send them back without me and I'll live here in Chelsea and make music.
My house is at your grace's disposal.
You understand me, Thomas. We will stay here together and make music.
Will your grace honor my roof after dinner?
Yes. I expect I'll better for you.
My wife would be more...
Yes. Touching this other business, mind you, Thomas, I'll have no opposition. No opposition! No opposition, I say! Your conscience is your own affair, but you are my Chancellor. There, you have my word. I'll leave you out of it, but I don't take it kindly, and I'll have no opposition. I see how it will be. The bishops will oppose me. The full-fed, hypocritical princes of the church. As for the Pope, am I to burn in hell because the Bishop of Rome and the King of Spain's knife to his own mouths me Deuteronomy? Hypocrites! They're all hypocrites! Mind they do not take you in, Thomas. Lie low if you will, but I'll brook no opposition. No noise, no words, no signs, no letters, no pamphlets. Mind it, Thomas. No writings against me.
Your grace is unjust. I am your grace's loyal minister. If I did not have your grace in this great matter of the Queen...
I have no queen! Catherine is not my wife, and no priest can make her so. And those that say she is my wife are not only liars, but traitors! Mind it, Thomas.
Am I a babbler, your grace?
You are stubborn. If you would come with me, you are the man I would soonest raise. Yes, with my own hand.
Oh, your grace overwhelms me.
What's that?
8 o'clock, your grace.
Lift yourself up, man. Have I not promised? Shall we eat?
If your grace pleases, what will your grace sing for us?
8 o'clock, you said. Oh, Thomas, the time will be changing. I was forgetting the time. I know.
I'm sorry, your grace.
I must fix the time or I'm not going back to Richmond till... No, don't come. Tell me off. Lady Alice, I must go. I must fetch the time. To tell the truth, Lady Alice, I was forgetting in your haven here. Time flows past outside. Affairs call me to court it, so I give you my thanks and say good night.
Good night, your grace.
What's this? You crossed him.
Somewhat.
Why?
I couldn't find another way.
You're too nice altogether.
Woman, mind your house.
I am minding my house.
Well, what would you have me do?
Be ruled. If you won't rule him, be ruled.
I neither could nor would rule my king. But there's a small area where I must rule myself. It's no less to him than a tennis court. Look, it was 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock with the Lady Anne likes to dance.
Oh.
I think so.
And you stand between them.
What stands between them is the sacrament of the church. I'm less important than you think, Alice.
Thomas, stay friends with him.
Whatever can be done by smiling, you may rely upon me to do.
You don't know how to flatter.
I flatter very well. My recipe is beginning to be widely copied. This is the basic syrup of just a soup song of discreet impudence.
I wish he'd eaten here.
Yes, you shall be living off that simple supper of yours for a fortnight. Alice, set your mind at rest. This is not the stuff of which martyrs are made.
Sir Thomas.
Oh no.
What do you want?
William, I told you not to.
Not easily told, Meg.
I asked you not to.
Meg, I'm full to hear.
It's an inconvenience.
Must everything be made convenient? I'm not a convenient man, Meg. I've got an inconvenient conscience.
Joshua's trumpet, one note on that brass conscience of yours, and my daughter's walls are down.
You raised it, sir.
How long have you been here? Are you in the king's party?
No, sir, I'm not in the party. So that I wish to speak to you. My spirit is perturbed.
It is, Will. Why?
Been offered a seat in next parliament. Ought I take it?
No, well, that depends. Given your views on church reform, I should have thought that you could do very well for yourself in the next parliament.
My views on the church. I must confess, since last we met, my views have somewhat modified. I modified nothing concerning the body of the church. The money changers in the temple must be scourged from this, with a scourge of fire if that is needed. But an attack on the church herself, no, I see behind that an attack on God, the devil's work, by the devil's ministry.
For God's sake, remember my office!
Well, if you stand on your office.
No, I do not stand on it, but there are some things I may not hear.
Sophistication, that's what I was told. The court has corrupted you, Sir Thomas. You're not the man you were. You've learned to study your convenience. You've learned to flatter.
You hear that, Alice? I have a reputation for it.
Young man, I were the chancellor, I'd have you whipped.
Master Rich is here, Sir Thomas.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Good evening, Lady Alice. Lady Margaret. Good evening, Master Rich.
Do you know Sir William Roper, the younger?
By reputation, of course.
Good evening, Master.
Rich.
Oh.
You ever heard of me?
Yes.
In what connection? I don't know what you can have heard. I sense I'm not welcome here.
Why, Richard, have you done something that should make you not welcome?
Do you suspect me of it?
I shall begin to.
Cromwell is asking questions about you in particular. He is continually collecting information about you.
I know it. Stay a minute, Matthew.
Why, that's one of his sources.
Yes, of course. That's one of my servants.
Senor Chapuis, the Spanish ambassador.
Collects information too. That's one of his functions.
You look at me as though I were an enemy.
Why, Richard, you're shaking.
I'm adrift. Help me.
How?
Employ me.
No.
Employ me!
No.
I would be steadfast.
Richard, you could not answer for yourself so far as tonight.
Arrest him.
Yes.
For what?
He's dangerous. Arrest him.
For libel. He's a spy.
Oh, then that makes bad.
Well, there's no law against that.
There is. God's law.
Then God can arrest him.
Sophistication upon sophistication.
No, sheer simplicity. The law, Roper, the law. I know what's legal, not what's right. And I will stick to what's legal.
When you said man's law above God's.
No, far below. But let me draw your attention to a fact. I'm not God! The currents and eddies of right and wrong which you find such plain sailing, I can't navigate. I'm no voyager. But in the thickets of the law, oh, there, I'm a forester. I doubt there's a man alive who can follow me in there. Thank God.
Well, you talk. He's gone.
And going should enter the devil himself before he broke the law.
So now you give the devil the benefit of the law.
Yes. What would you do? Cut a great road through the law to get out to the devil?
I cut through every law able to do that.
Oh! And when the last wall was down, and the devil turned around on you, where would you hide, Roper? The law being flat. This country is planted thick with laws from coast to coast. Man's law, not God. And if you cut them down, and you're just the man to do it, do you really think you could stand upright in the winds that would blow then? Yes! I would give devil benefit of law for my own safety's sake.
Well, respect this. This is the golden calf. The law is your God.
No, Roper, you're a fool. God's my God, but I find him rather too subtle. I don't know where he is or what he wants.
My God wants service. To the end and unremitted, nothing else.
You're sure that's God? He sounds like Moloch. But indeed, he may be God. And whoever hunts for me, Roper, God or devil, will find me hiding in the thickets of the law. And will hide my daughter there with me, not hoist her up the main mast of your seagoing principles. They put about too nimbly.
That was harsh.
What's happened here?
He can't abide a fool, that's all. Be off!
Hide you. Hide you from what?
He didn't say a word about hiding me, you'll notice. I've gotten too fat to hide, I suppose.
Well, you know he meant both of us.
But from what?
I don't know. I don't know if he knows. He's not said one single direct word to me since the matter of the divorce came up. It's not God who's gone subtle, it's him.
Roper, that was harsh. Your principles are excellent. The very best quality. No, your principles are fine. Now look, we must make a start on all this food.
Father, can't you be plain with us?
I stand on the wrong side of no statutes and no common law. I have not disobeyed my sovereign. I truly believe that no man in England is safer than myself. And I want my supper. We shall need your assistance, Will. There's an excellent burgundy, if your principles permit.
They don't, sir.
Well, have some water in it.
Just the water.
My poor boy.
Why does Cromwell collect information about us?
Because I'm a prominent figure. Someone somewhere is collecting information on Cromwell. Now, no more shirking. We must make a start. There's a stuffed swan, if you please. Oh, Will. I would trust you with my life, but not your principles. You see, we speak of being anchored to our principles, yet when the weather turns nasty, you up with an anchor and let it down where the water's nice and the fishing's better. And look, we say, I'm anchored to my principles.
The loyal subject. A poem. A public ethic. He's a deep one, that Sir Thomas More. Deep. Takes a lot of education to get a man as deep as that. With the deep nature to begin with, too. The likes of me can hardly be expected to keep up with the processes of a man like that. Can we? Right. Ready. Ready, sir?
Is this a good place for conspiracy, innkeeper?
You asked for a private room, sir.
Yes. I want one without too many little dark corners.
I don't understand you, sir. Just the four corners as you see.
You don't understand.
That's right, sir.
Do you know who I am?
No, sir.
Don't be too tactful, innkeeper.
I just don't understand you, sir.
The likes of you are too tactful for the likes of me to get to wonder who's the fool.
I just don't understand you, sir.
The master statesman of us all, I don't understand. All right, get out. Come on. Yes, it may be that I'm a little intoxicated, but not with alcohol. I have a strong head for that. With success. And who has a strong head for success? None of us gets enough of it. Except kings, and they're born drunk. Success. What success? Yes. Collect your revenues for York. You do keep your ear to the ground, don't you? No. What then? Sir Thomas Patchett is retiring. Secretary to the council.
Astonishing, isn't it?
Oh, no, I mean, one sees it's logical.
No ceremony, no culture. Be seated, as His Majesty would say. Yes, see how I trust you.
Oh, I would never repeat or report a thing like that.
What kind of thing would you repeat or report?
Well, nothing said in friendship. May I say friendship?
If you like. Do you believe that? You would never repeat or report anything, etc.?
Yes.
No, but seriously.
Well, yes.
Rich, seriously.
It would depend what I was offering.
Don't say it just to please me.
It's true, it would depend what I was offering.
Everyone knows it? Not many people can say it.
But there are some things one wouldn't do for anything, surely.
But ideas like these lifelines, they have only in bank accounts. Come, you don't expect to have to use them. Well, congratulations.
For what?
I think you make a good collector of revenues for your prizes.
Is it your gift?
Will be.
What do I have to do for it?
Nothing. It isn't like that, Rich. There are no rules. Rewards and penalties. So much wickedness purchases so much worldly prospering. Are you sure you're not religious?
Almost sure.
Get sure. No, it's not like that. It's much more a matter of convenience, administrative convenience. The normal aim of administration is to keep steady this factor of convenience, and Sir Thomas would agree. Now, normally, when a man wants to change his woman, you let him if it's convenient and prevent him if it is not. Normally, indeed, it's of so little importance that you leave it to the priests. But the constant factor is this element of convenience.
Whose convenience?
Oh, ours. But everybody's too. However, in the present instance, the man who wants to change his woman is our sovereign Lord Harry, by the grace of God, the 8th of that name, which is a quaint way of saying that if he wants to change his woman, he will. So that becomes the constant factor. It's our job as administrators to make it as convenient as we can. I say our job on the assumption that you'll take this post at your bed opportunity.
Yes. Yes.
It's a bad sign when people are depressed by their own good fortune.
I'm not depressed.
You look depressed.
I'm lamenting. I've lost my innocence.
You lost that some time ago. If you've only just noticed, it can't have been very important to you.
Well, you're right. You're right, it can't have.
We experience a sense of release, do we, Master Rich? An unfamiliar freshness in the head, as of open air.
Collector of revenues isn't bad.
Not bad for a start. Our present Lord Chancellor, there's an innocent man.
The odd thing is, he is.
Yes, I'd say he is. The trouble is, his innocence is tangled up in this proposition that you can't change a woman without a divorce. You can't have a divorce unless the Pope says so. And although His present holiness is, judging even by the most liberal standards, a strikingly corrupt old person, yet he still has his word Pope attached to him. And from this quite meaningless circumstance, I fear some degree of
Administrative inconvenience.
just so. This goblet that he gave you, how much was it worth? Come along, Rich. He gave you a silver goblet. How much did you get for it?
50 shillings.
You take me to the shop.
Yes.
Where did he get it? It was a gift from a litigant, a woman, wasn't it?
Yes.
In which court? Chancery? No, don't get drunk. In which court was this litigant's case?
Court of requests.
There, that wasn't too painful, was it?
No.
That's all there is. Next time you'll find it easier.
These tidbits of information you collect, what application do they have?
Not at all, usually.
But sometimes.
Well, there are these men, you know, upright, steadfast men who want themselves to be the constant factor in the situation, which of course they can't be. The situation rolls forward in any case.
So, what happens?
If they have any sense, they get out of his way.
What if they haven't any sense?
What, none at all? Well, then they're only fit for heaven. Sir Thomas has plenty of sense. He could be frightened.
Don't forget he's an innocent, Master Cromwell.
I think we'll finish there for tonight. After all, he is the Lord Chancellor.
You've forgotten your man this time. Thomas More doesn't know how to be frightened.
Doesn't know how to be frightened. Why then he never put his hand in a candle, did he? Ah!
You enjoyed that. You enjoyed it.
The interval started early in the year 1530, and it's now the middle of May, 1532. 2 years. During that time, a lot of waters flowed under the bridge, and one of the things that's come floating along it is the Church of England, that finest flower of our island, genius for compromise, that system peculiar to these shores, the despair of foreign observers, which deflects the torrents of religious passion down the canals of moderation. That's very good put. Typically, this great effect was achieved not by bloodshed, but by simple act of parliament. Only an unhappy few were found to set themselves against the current of their times, and in so doing, to court disaster. For we are dealing with an age less fastidious than our own. Imprisonment without trial and even examination under torture were common practice.
Must you wear those clothes, Will?
Yes, I must.
Why?
Time has come for all decent men to declare their allegiance.
And whose allegiance are those designed to express?
My allegiance to the church, of course.
Well, you look like a Spaniard.
All credit to Spain, then.
You, for the last 6 months in Spain, you'd have been burned alive in Spain during your heretic period.
Yes, I suppose you have the right to remind me of that. That chain of office you wear is a degradation.
I told you, if the bishops in convocation submitted this morning, I'll take it off. It's no degradation. Great men have warned us.
When do you expect to hear from the bishops?
About now, I was promised an immediate response.
I don't see what difference a convocation can make. The church is already a wing of the palace, is it not? The king is already its supreme head, is he not?
No.
You're denying the act of supremacy!
No, I'm not. The act states the king
is the supreme head of the church in England.
So, supreme head of the church in England, so far as the law of God allows. How far the law of God does allow is a matter of opinion, since the act itself does not state it.
A legal quibble.
Call it what you like, it's there, thank God.
Very well. In your opinion, how far does the law of God allow this?
I'll keep my opinion to myself, Will.
Yes, I'll tell you my...
If your opinion is what I think it is, it's high treason, Roper! Will you remember you own a wife now, and may have children?
And why must he remember that?
To keep myself discreet.
Because I'd rather he forgot.
You're either idiots or children.
Or saints, my lord.
Oh, Father, he has come to see you.
Your Excellency.
Or saints, or saints.
Oh, that's it, of course. Saints! Turn your head a little, son Roper. Yes, I think I do detect a faint radiance. Will?
Come, my lord. You two at this time are not free from some suspicion of saintliness.
I don't like the sound of that, Your Excellency. What do you want? What, Your Excellency?
May I not come simply to pay my respects to the English Socrates, as I see your angelic friend Erasmus calls you.
Yes, I shall presently have to think of something to call Erasmus. Socrates! I've no taste for hemlock, Your Excellency, if that's what you require.
Heaven forbid!
Amen.
Must I require any? After all, we are brothers in Christ, you and I.
A characteristic we share with the rest of humanity. You go to Cheapside, Senior? To make contact with a brother in Christ, you need only open a window and empty a chamber pot, so there was no need to come to Chelsea. Well, the Spanish ambassador is here on business. Would you mind?
No, I protest.
He is clearly here on business.
No, really, I protest. Dominus vobiscum, filiere.
Et cum spiritu tuo, excellencies.
And how much longer shall we hear that holy language in these shores?
Tis it holy, Your Excellency? Just old?
My lord, may I ask if, how shall I say, you have lost everything. You are no longer yourself.
I suppose you speak of the king's matters. Subjects are associated with the actions of kings willy-nilly.
You are no ordinary subject. You are the Lord Chancellor. You bear responsibility for what is done.
Have you not considered that what has been done poorly may have been done worse with a different chancellor?
Believe me, my lord, your influence in these policies is much observed. And where it has been found, it has been praised. But there comes a point, does there not?
Yes, there does come such a point.
When the sufferings of one unfortunate lady swell to an open attack on the religion of an entire country, that point has been passed. Beyond that point, Sir Thomas, one is not merely compromised, one in truth is corrupt.
What do you want?
Rumor has it that if the church has submitted to the king, you will resign.
I see. And supposing that rumor to be true, would you approve?
Yes, approve, applaud and admire.
Why?
Because it would show that one man, and that man known to be temperate, unable to go further with these wickedness.
The man further known to be Chancellor of England.
Believe me, such a signal would be seen.
Signal?
Yes, seen and understood.
By whom?
By half your fellow countrymen. Sir Thomas, I have just returned from Yorkshire and Northumberland, where I have made talk.
Have you indeed?
Yes. Things are very different there. They're ready.
For what?
For resistance.
Resistance. By what means? By force of arms?
You know, we are adjourned by St. Paul to don the arms of God when the occasion warrants.
Metaphorical arms, the breastplate of righteousness and the helmet of salvation. Do you mean a metaphorical resistance?
What does it say? He shall flee, the iron weapons and the bow of steel shall strike him through.
I see.
Sir Thomas, excuse me, sir. His Grace the Duke of Norfolk. It's all of us, Roper.
I'll do this. Thomas,
I was just on the point of leaving your Grace. In personal call. I was trying to borrow a book. You sure you don't have a copy? Then I shall leave you, my lord. Gentlemen, ladies.
Sir Thomas, I'll do this, Roper. Complications knuckled under Thomas, they're to pay a fine of £100,000, and we've severed the connection with Rome.
The connection with Rome is nice. A connection with Rome.
Your Grace, this is quite certain, is it?
Yes. Funny company, Thomas?
No, it's quite unintentional. He doesn't mean to be funny. Would someone help me with this?
Not I.
Shall I, sir?
Thank you. Well, Alice?
Hell's fire, God's body in play, no! Sudden Sir Thomas, you were taken for a wise man. Is it wisdom then to betray your ability, abandon practice, forget your station, and lose kin, and remain with the printed book?
Do you beg? hero.
Well, Thomas, why? Make me understand. Because from where I stand, this looks like cowardice.
All right, I will. This is not reformation. This is war against the church. Our king, Norfolk, has declared war on the Pope, all because the Pope will not say that Queen Catherine is not his wife.
And is she?
That question, I will answer to one person alone, the king. I, that in private too.
Man, you're cautious.
Yes, cautious. I'm not one of your honks.
All right, we're going with the Pope. The Pope's a prince, isn't he?
He is.
And a bad one?
Bad enough. But the theory is he's also the vicar of God, the descendant of Saint Peter, our only link to Christ.
Tenuous link.
Oh, tenuous indeed.
Does this make any sense? You'll forfeit everything you've got, which includes the respect of your country, for a theory.
That's not possession of the Pope, is it? Why, yes. It is a theory. You can't see it. You can't touch it. It's a theory. But what matters to me is not whether or not it's true, but that I believe it to be true. Or rather, not that I believe it, but that I believe it. I trust to make myself obscure.
Perfectly.
That's good. Obscurity is what I have need of now. Look, have I your word that what we say here is between us and has no existence beyond these walls?
Thomas, this is insane.
And if the king should command you to repeat what I have said?
Lay traps for me.
No, Norfolk, I show you the times.
Why must you insult me with these lawyer's tricks?
Because I'm afraid.
And here's your answer. The king accepts your resignation very sadly. He remembers your goodness and past loyalty, and in any matter concerning your honor and welfare will be your good king. So much for your fear.
You'll convey my humble gratitude.
Good day, Alice. Much rather be with you than your husband.
Oh, Norfolk. He or she tells me he just made a tour of the North Country. He suspects there'll be trouble, so do I.
What kind of trouble?
The church, the old church, not the new church, is very strong out there. I'm serious, Howard. Keep an eye on the border this spring and bear in mind the old alliance.
We do. As for the Spaniard, Thomas, perhaps it'll relieve your mind to know that one of Secretary Cromwell's agents made the tour with him.
Well, Master Cromwell has matters in hand.
He has.
Yes, I suppose he does.
But thanks for the information. It's good to know you still have some vestige of patriotism.
That's a remarkably stupid observation, Norfolk.
So that's the end of you. What will you do now? Sit by the fire and make goslings in the ash?
Not at all, Alice. I'll suspect I'll read a bit. I'll read, I'll write, I'll think. I think I'll learn to fish. I'll play with my grandchildren when Son Roper has done his duty. Alice, shall I teach you to read?
No!
Son Roper, you're proud of me, I hope.
Sir, you've made a double gesture.
A gesture! It was not possible to continue, Will. I was not able to continue. I would if I could. By God, I hope it's understood. I made no gesture. Alice, don't think I would do this to you for a gesture. This is a gesture. This is a gesture. I'm no street performer to make gestures. I'm practical.
You belittle yourself, sir. This is not practical. This was moral.
Oh, I see. Morality is not practical. Morality is a gesture. A complicated gesture learned from books. That's what you say, right, Alice? And you, Meg?
It is for most of us.
Leave humility. Oh, you're cruel. I have a cruel family.
You can fit to the house of anyone you like. I know that well enough. If there's cruelty in this house, I know where to look for it.
Mother, no.
Oh, you go to the bottom of the sea and pick yourself a crack when you told me to. And you'll dance into the tower. You'll dance into the block. Like David on scattering the pimples in his hat. You poor, silly old man. Do you really think they'll leave you here to learn to fish?
If we govern our tongues, they will. Now, listen, I have something to say about that. I have made no statement. I've resigned, that's all. on the king's supremacy, on the king of the horse, which will now grant himself, on the marriage she'll make then. Have you heard me make any statement?
No. If I could lose my office and fall to housekeeping, I'd like to know the reason. So make a statement now.
No. Alice, it's a matter of law, and silence is my safety under the law, but my silence must be absolute. It must extend to you.
In short, you don't trust us.
A man would have to be half-witted not to trust you, but look, I'm the Lord Chief Justice. I'm Cromwell. I'm the king's head jailer, and I take your hand and I clank it on the Bible, on the blessed cross. And I ask you, woman, has your husband made any statement on these matters? Now, on peril of your soul, give answer.
No.
And so it must remain. Oh, it's only a lifeline. We shan't have need of it, but it's comforting to have. No, when we hear our silent voice, nothing better than to leave me silent.
Sir Thomas, the household's in the kitchen. They wish to know what's happened.
We must speak to them, Alice. They'll mostly have to go, I'm afraid. But not before we found them all places.
We'll never find places for them all.
Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Go tell them so.
It's dead.
What about you, Matthew? It'll be a smaller household now, and for you, a smaller wage. Will you stay?
Don't see how I could have been, sir.
You're a single man.
Well, yes, sir, but I mean, I've got my own.
Right. Why shouldn't you? I shall miss you, Matthew.
No, sir. You've never had much time for me, sir. You see through me, sir. I know that.
I shall miss you, Matthew. I shall miss you.
Damn me, isn't that them all over? Miss me? What's in me for him to miss? And I almost fell for it too. Matthew, will you kindly take a cut in your wages? No, Sir Thomas, I will not. That's it. And that's all of it. All right, so he's down on his luck. I'm sorry. I don't mind saying that. I'm sorry. Bad luck. If I had any good luck to spare, he could have some. I wish we all had good luck, all the time. I wish we had wings. I wish rainwater was beer, but it isn't. But with not having wings, with walking on 2 flat feet, good luck and bad luck being just exactly even Stevens, and rain being water, don't you complicate the job by putting in things for me to miss. I did, you know. I nearly fell for it.
No noise, Mr. Secretary. He's silent. Why not leave him silent?
Your Grace, not being a man of letters, you perhaps don't realize the extent of his reputation. This silence of his bellows up and down Europe. Now, may I recapitulate? He reported the Spaniards' conversation to you, informed on the Spaniards' tour of the North Country, warned against a possible rebellion there.
He did.
We may say, then, that he has shown himself hostile to the hopes of Spain.
Yes, that's what I say.
Bear with me, Your Grace. Now, if he opposes Spain, he supports us. Well, surely that follows? Or do you see some third alternative?
Oh, no, that's the lineup all right. And may I say, Thomas More.
Thomas More will line up on the right side.
Yes, cranky may be, but traitor he is not.
And with a little pressure, he can be got to say so. That's all we need, a brief declaration of his loyalty to the present administration.
I still say that sleeping dogs lie.
The king does not agree with you.
What kind of pressure do you think you can bring to bear?
I have evidence that Sir Thomas, during his period of judicature, accepted bribes.
What? England who didn't accept rivals, says Cato. When last was there a chancellor whose possessions after 3 years in office totaled £100 and a gold chain?
Richard, it is, as you imply, common practice, but a common practice may be common and remain an offense. This offense could send a man to the tower.
I don't believe it.
Ah, Richard, you know his grace, of course.
Indeed, yes. We're old friends.
You used to look after my books or something, did you?
Come here. This woman's name is Catherine Anger. She comes from Lincoln. She put a case in the Court of Requests in...
A property case it was.
Be quiet. A property case in the Court of Requests in April 1526.
And got wicked false judgment.
And got an impeccably correct judgment from our friend Sir Thomas.
No, sir, it was not.
We are not concerned with the judgment, but the gift you gave the judge. Tell this gentleman about that. The judgment, for what it's worth, was the right one.
No, sir. I gave you a cup, Your Excellency. A silver cup I bought in Lincoln for 100 shillings.
Did Sir Thomas accept this cup?
I sent it.
He accepted it. We can corroborate that. You can go. Go.
That's your witness?
No. By an odd coincidence, this cup later came into the hands of Master Richard.
How?
He gave it to me.
Can you corroborate that?
I have a fellow outside who can. He was more steward at the time. Shall I call him?
No need, I know the man. When did Sir Thomas give you this cup?
Don't exactly remember.
Well, make an effort. Wait, I can tell you. I can tell you. It was that night. It was spring. We were there together. When we left, you had a cup with you. Was that it?
It may have been.
Did he often give you cups?
I don't suppose so, Your Grace.
That was it then. And it was April of the 26th, the very month that Cal first put her case before him. In other words, the moment he knew it was a bribe, he got rid of it.
The facts will bear that interpretation, I suppose.
Cromwell, this is a horse that won't run.
Just a trial canter, Your Grace. We'll find something better.
Now look, Cromwell, I want no part of this.
You have no choice.
What's that you say?
The king particularly wishes you to be active in the matter.
He didn't tell me.
Indeed, he told me.
But why?
We feel that, since you are known to have been a friend of Moore's, your participation will show that there's nothing in the nature of persecution, only the strict processes of law, as indeed you've just demonstrated. I'll tell the king of your loyalty to your friend. If you like, I'll tell him that you want no part of it too.
Are you threatening me, Cromwell?
My dear Norfolk, this isn't Spain.
Sorry, Secretary, I forgot who was there that night.
You must try to remember these things.
Secretary, I'm sincere.
Not such a fool as he looks, the Duke.
That's hardly possible.
Sir Thomas is going to be a slippery fish, Richard. We're going to need a net with a finer mesh.
Secretary?
We'll leave one for him, shall we, you and I?
Only anxious to do what is correct, Secretary.
Yes, Richard, I know. You're absolutely right. It must be done by law. It's just a matter of finding the right law. Or making one. Bring my papers, will you?
Master Rich, could we have a word now, sir?
Matthew, it turns out we won't be needing you after all.
No, sir, but about,
Oh, yes. Well, I will begin to need a steward. Certainly, my household is expanding. As I recall, Matthew, your attitude to me was sometimes disrespectful.
I must contradict you there, sir. That's your imagination. Well, in those days, sir, you still had your way to make. A gentleman in that position often imagines these things. Then when he's reached his proper level, he stops thinking about them. Well, I don't suppose you find people disrespectful nowadays, do you, sir?
There may be something to that. Bring my papers, Matthew. I'll permit no breath of insolence.
Oh, no, sir, I should hope not. I can manage this one. He's just my size.
relative commend me to a good-hearted English woman of a certain class.
It is very cold, Your Excellency.
I remember when these rooms were warm enough.
Oh, thus it is to incur the enmity of a king.
A heretic king. Sir Thomas is a good man.
Yes, I like Sir Thomas very much.
In the long run, of course, all good men everywhere are allies of Spain. No good man cannot be, and no man who is not can be good. He's opposed to Cromwell, is he not?
Yes, I suppose so.
If he's opposed to Cromwell, he's for us. There's no third alternative, is there?
I suppose not, Your Excellency, yes.
I wish your mother had chosen some other career for you. You have no political sense whatsoever. Sir Thomas. Sir Thomas. In a better state, this threadbare stuff will metamorphose into shining garments. These damp walls into walls of pearl. This cold light into perpetual sunshine.
Sounds not unlike Madrid.
Even in times like this, even now, a pleasure to converse with you.
Is this the personal visit, Your Excellency, or official?
It falls between the two, Sir Thomas.
Official then.
No. I have a personal letter for you.
From whom?
My master, the King of Spain. You will take it.
I will not lay a finger on it.
It is in no way an affair of a state. It expresses my master's admiration for the stand which you and Bishop Fisher of Rochester have taken over the so-called divorce of Queen Catherine.
But I have taken no stands.
But your views, Sir Thomas, are well known.
My views are much guessed at. Oh, come now, Your Excellency. Do you think you could endeavor to convince King Harry that this matter is in no way an affair of state?
My dear Sir Thomas, we have taken extreme precautions. We have come here very much incognito. Very nearly in this house.
You misunderstand me. It is not a matter of your precautions, but my duty, which would be to take this letter immediately to the king.
But Sir Thomas,
although you say, it seems my loyalty to the king is less so.
Render unto Caesar the things which are Caesar's, but unto God.
Holy Writ is holy, Your Excellency.
Look, Father. Will's going to get more.
Oh, good. Is it dry? It is. It's bracken, Your Excellency. We burn it. Oh, Alice. Yeah. You see this? This is a letter from the King of Spain. You see it has not been opened? I have declined it. You see the seal has not been broken? I wish I could ask you to stay, Your Excellency. The bracken fire is a luxury.
Well, I must forego. Come. May I say, I'm sure my master's admiration will not be diminished.
I'm gratified.
The man is utterly unreliable.
Luxury.
Well, it's a luxury while it lasts. Oh, there's a bit of sport in it for you, is there? Alice, the money from the bishops. I can't take it. I wish, oh, how I wish I could, but I can't.
I didn't think you would.
Alice, there are reasons.
We can't come so deep into your confidence as to know these reasons for which a man in poverty can't accept 4,000 pounds?
Alice, this isn't poverty.
Do you know what we shall have for dinner tonight?
Yes, parsnips.
Parsnips and stinking mutton for a nice lady.
But at the worst, we could be beggars and keep company and be married together.
Married.
I marry.
I think that you should take money.
Oh, don't you see? If I'm paid by the church for my writings...
This had nothing to do with your writings. It was charity, pure and simple, collected from the clergy, high and low.
So it appear or payment.
You're not a man who deals in appearances.
we or with the church. It will be very bad if I even appear to have been in the pay of the church.
Bad?
Dangerous, even.
But you don't write against the king.
I write, and that's enough in times like these.
You said there was no danger.
I don't think there is, and I don't want there to be.
There's a gentleman here from Hampton Court. You to go before Secretary Cromwell to answer certain charges.
Well, that's all right. We expected that. When?
Now.
Don't worry, Alice. It's just technique. Well, I suppose now leave now.
Can I come with you?
No. Why? No. I'll be back in time for dinner. Maybe I'll bring Cromwell with me. But serve him right.
Father, don't be witty.
Why not? What's the question?
Why we're witty, the devil may address unawares.
He's not the devil, son Rover. He's a lawyer. My case is watertight.
They say he's a very penetrating lawyer.
Cromwell? Pooh, he's a pragmatist. And that's the only resemblance he has to the devil, son Roper. A pragmatist. The merest plumber.
I'm sorry to invite you here at such short notice, Sir Thomas, good of you to come. Please take a seat. I think you know Master Rich.
Why, yes, we're old friends. That's a nice gown you have, Richard.
Master Rich will make a record of our conversation.
Good of you to tell me, Master Secretary.
Believe me, Sir Thomas, no, that's asking too much, but let me tell you all the same. You have no more sincere admirer than myself. Not yet, Rich. Not yet.
I'd like to hear the charges.
Charges?
I understood there were certain charges.
Some ambiguities of behavior I should like to clarify. Hardly charges.
Make a note of that, will you, Master Rich? There are no charges.
Sir Thomas, Sir Thomas. You know, it amazes me that you, who were once so effective in the world and are now so retired from it, should be opposing yourself to the whole movement of the times.
Yes, it amazes me too.
The king is not pleased with you.
I am grieved.
Yet do you know that even now, if you could bring yourself to agree with the bishops, the universities, and the parliament of this realm, there is no honor that the king would be likely to deny you?
I am well acquainted with his grace's generosity.
Very well. You have heard of the so-called Holy Maid of Kent, who was executed for prophesying against the king?
Yes, I knew the poor woman.
You sympathize with her.
She was ignorant and misguided. She was a bit mad, I think, and she is paid for her folly. Naturally, I sympathize with her.
You admit meeting. You met with her, and yet you did not warn His Majesty of her treason. How was that?
She spoke no treason. Our talk was not political.
My dear Moore, the woman was notorious. You expect me to believe that?
Happily, there are witnesses.
You wrote a letter to her.
Yes, I wrote to her advising her to abstain from meddling in the affairs of princes. I have a copy of this letter, also witnessed.
You have been cautious.
I like to keep my affairs regular.
Sir Thomas, there is a more serious charge. For want of a better word. In the May of 1526, the king published a book, a theological work. It was called A Defense of the Seven Sacraments.
Yes, for which he was named Defender of the Faith by His Holiness the Pope.
By the Bishop of Rome. Or do you insist on both?
No, Bishop of Rome is fine. It doesn't alter his authority.
Thank you. You come to the point very readily. What is that authority? As regards the Church in Europe, for example, the Church of England, what is the Bishop of Rome's authority?
You will find it very ably set out and defended, Master Secretary, in the King's Book.
The book published under the King's name would be more accurate. You wrote that book.
I wrote no part of it.
I do not mean you actually held the pen.
I merely answered, to the best of my ability, certain questions on canon law which he put to me, as I was bound to do.
Do you deny that you instigated
It
it?
was from first to last the king's own project. This is trivial, Master Cromwell.
I should not think so if I were in your place.
There are only two people who know the truth of the matter, myself and the king. And no matter what he has told you, he will not produce evidence to support his claim.
Why not?
Because evidence is given on oath, and he will not perjure himself. If you do not know that, you do not yet know him.
Sir Thomas More, is there anything you wish to say to me concerning the king's marriage with Queen Anne?
I understood I was not to be asked this again.
Evidently, you understood wrongly. These charges
Are terrors for children, Master Secretary! An empty cupboard to terrify children in the dark. Not me.
True, Sir Thomas, very apt. To frighten a man, there must be something in the cupboard, must there not?
Yes, and there is nothing in it.
For now, there is this. I charge you with great ingratitude. I remind you of many benefits graciously given and ill received. No king of England ever had, nor could have, so villainous a servant, nor so traitorous a subject as yourself. The words are not mine, Sir Thomas, but the king's. Believe that.
Yes, I recognize the style. So, I am brought here at last.
Brought? You brought yourself to where you stand now.
Yes, still, in another sense. I was brought.
Yes, you can go home. For the present,
Do you still think you can frighten him?
yes.
What will you do?
Put something in the cupboard.
What?
Whatever's necessary. The king's a man of conscience. He wants either Sir Thomas More to bless his marriage, or Sir Thomas More destroyed.
They seem odd alternative, Secretary.
Do they? That's because you're not a man of conscience. If the king destroys a man, that's proof to the king that it must have been a bad man. The kind of man a man of conscience ought to destroy. A bad man's blessing's not worth having, so either will do.
I see.
There's no going back, Rich. I find we've made ourselves the keepers of this conscience, and it's ravenous.
Behaving like a gentleman. Alright, that means nothing to you, but what about your friends?
What about them?
Oh, damn it, you're a dangerous man to know.
I don't know.
There's something further. You must have realized it by now, but there's a policy with regards to you. The king's using me in it.
That's clever. That's Cromwell. You're between the upper and nether millstones then.
I am.
Howard, we must cease to know you.
I do know you. I wish I didn't, but I do.
I mean, as a friend.
All my friends.
I can't relieve you of your obedience to the king, Howard. You must relieve yourself of our friendship. No one is safe now, and you have a son.
You might as well advise him then to change the color of his hair. I'm fond of you, and there it is. You're fond of me, and there it is.
So what's to be done?
Give in.
I can't give in, Howard. You might as well ask a man to change the color of his eyes. Our friendship is more mutable than that.
Oh, that's immutable, is it? The one fixed point in a world of changing friendship is that Thomas More won't give in.
But that's how it has to be, for that's myself. Affection runs as deep in me as you think, Howard. But only God is love right through. and that's myself.
And who are you? Then the man's disproportionate. We're supposed to be the arrogant ones, the proud, splenetic ones, and we've all given in. Why must you stand out? You'll break my heart.
Do it now, Howard. Part as friends, meet as strangers.
Daft Thomas, why must you take your friendship from me? For friendship's sake, say we'll meet as strangers, and everything you said confirms our friendship.
Now that can be remedied.
Norfolk, you're a fool!
Can't place a quarrel. You have the style.
Hear me out. You and your class have given in, as you put it, because the religion of this country never meant anything to you, one way or the other.
Well, that's a strange saying for a start. The nobility of England.
The nobility of England, my lord, would have snored through the Sermon on the Mount. But you're later like Thomas Aquinas over a rat dog's pedigree. Now, what's the name of those distorted creatures you're all breathing at the moment?
An artificial quarrel's not a quarrel.
Don't deceive yourself, my lord. We've had a quarrel since the day we met. Our friendship was but sloth.
You can be cruel when you've a mind to it, but I've always known that.
Wasn't there those dogs? Marsh mastiffs? Bog beagles?
Water spaniels?
And what do you do to a water spaniel that's afraid of water? You hang it! So, as a spaniel is to water, so is a man to himself. I will not give in because I oppose it. I do. Not my pride, not my spleen, nor any other of my appetites, but I do. I!
Father!
Is or no, see you in the midst of all of this that serves no appetite of Norfolk, but is just Norfolk? There is! Give that some exercise, my lord.
Father!
Thomas?
Because as it stands, you'll go before your maker in a very ill condition.
Now, steady, Thomas.
And you'll have to think that somewhere, back along your pedigree, a bitch got over the wall!
Father! Father, what was that?
Do you know, sir? Have you heard? Have you told us?
Father, we've been looking for you.
There's to be an act in Parliament, sir. Yes, sir, about the marriage.
Father, by this act, they're going to administer an oath.
An oath? On what compulsion?
It's expected to be treason.
What is the oath?
It's about the marriage, sir.
But what is the wording?
We don't need to know the wording. We know what it will mean.
It will mean what the words say. An oath is made out of words. It may be possible to take it or avoid it. Have we a copy of this bill?
There's one coming out from the city.
We must go home and take a look at it. Oh, your boat.
Father, he tried to hit you.
Yes, I spoke slightingly of water spaniels. Let's get home.
But, sir.
Listen, Will, and you too, Meg. You know I know you well. God made the angels for splendor, as he made animals for innocence and plants for their simplicity. But man he made to serve him wittily in the tangle of his mind. If he suffers us to fall to such a case that there is no escaping, then we may stand toward tackle as best we can. And yes, Will, then we may clamor like champions, if we have the spittle for us. And no doubt it pleases God to see splendor where he only looks for complexity. But it is God's place, not our own, to bring us to such an extremity. Our main business lies in escaping. So let's get home and study this bill.
Now look, I don't suppose anybody enjoyed it any more than he did. Well, not much more. Jailer. The pay scale being what it is, they have to take a rather common type of man into the prison service. But it's a job. Bit nearer the knuckle than most, perhaps, but it's a job like any other job. They'd let him out if they could, but for various reasons, they can't. And I'd let him out if I could, but I can't. Not without taking up residence in there myself, and Well, he's in there already, so what a new point. You know the old adage of better a live rat than a dead lion, and that's about it. With reference to the old adage, Thomas Cromwell was found guilty of high treason and executed on the 28th of July, 1540. Norfolk was found guilty of high treason and should have been executed on the 27th of January, 1547, but on the night of the 26th of January, the king died of syphilis and wasn't able to sign the warrant. Thomas Cranmer, Archbishop of Canterbury, that's the other one, was burned alive on March 21st, 1556. Oh, and Richard Rich became a knight and Solicitor General, a baron and Lord Chancellor, and died in his bed. So did I, and so I hope will all of you. Sir Thomas, wake up.
What? Again?
Sir,
What time is it?
it's 1 o'clock, sir.
Oh, this is iniquitous.
Sir,
Oh, right. Who's here?
the secretary, the duke, and the archbishop.
I'm flattered.
Seat for the prisoner. This is the 7th petition to inquire into the case of Sir Thomas More as appointed by His Majesty's Council. Have you anything to say?
No. Thank you.
Master Secretary?
Sir Thomas, do the witnesses attend? Secretary. So, nearer. How far are you from here? Sir Thomas, you have seen this document before.
Many times.
It is the Act of Succession. These are the names of those who have sworn to it.
I have, as you say, seen it before.
Will you swear to it?
No.
Thomas, we must know plainly.
Your Grace, please.
Master Cromwell!
I beg your Grace's pardon.
Thomas, we must know plainly whether you recognize the offspring of Queen Anne as heir to His Majesty.
The King in Parliament tells me they are. Of course I recognize them.
Will you swear that you do?
Yes.
Then why would we swear to the Act?
Because there's more than that in the Act.
We must find out what it is in the Act that he objects to.
Really. God rules.
Your Grace, may I try?
Certainly, I have no pretensions to be an expert in police work myself.
Sir Thomas, it states in the preamble that the king's former marriage to the Lady Catherine was unlawful. She being previously his brother's wife and the Pope having no authority to sanction it. Is this what you deny? Is this what you dispute? Is this what you are not sure of?
Thomas, you insult the king and his council in the presence of the Lord Archbishop.
I insult no one. I will not take the oath. I will not tell you why I will not do it.
Your reasons must be treasonable.
Not must be, may be.
It's a fair assumption.
The law requires more than an assumption. The law requires a fact.
I cannot judge your legal standing in the case, but until I know the ground of your objections, I can only guess at your spiritual standing too.
If you're willing to guess at that, Your Grace, it should be a small matter to guess my objections.
You do have objections to the Act.
Well, we know that, Cromwell.
No, you don't. You may suppose I have objections. All you know is that I will not swear to it. From sheer delight to give you trouble, it may be.
Is it material, anyone?
Oh, it's most material. For refusing to swear, my goods are forfeit, and I am condemned to life in prison. You cannot lawfully harm me further. But if you were right in supposing I had reasons for refusing, and right again in supposing those reasons to be treasonable, the law would let you cut my head off.
Yes.
Oh, well done, Sir Thomas. I've been trying to make that clear to His Grace for some
Found it all. I'm no scholar, as Master Cromwell never tires of reminding me, and frankly, I don't know whether the marriage is lawful or not, but Thomas, look at those names. You know those men, can't you? As I did, come along for fellowship.
And when we stand before God, and you are sent to paradise for doing according to your conscience, and I am damned for not doing according to mine, will you come with me to fellowship?
So, those of us whose names are there are damned, Sir Thomas?
I don't know, Your Grace. I have no window into another man's conscience. I condemn no one.
Then the matter is capable of question?
Certainly.
But that you owe obedience to your king is not capable of question. So we are doubt against a certainty and sign.
Some men think the earth is round. Others think it is flat. It is a matter of opinion. Yet, if it is flat, will the king's command make it round? And if it is round, will the king's command flatten it? No, I will not sign.
That you have more regard to your own doubt than you have to his command.
For myself, I have no doubt.
No doubt of what?
No doubt for my reasons for refusing the oath. Reasons which I will tell the king alone, and which you, Master Secretary, will not trick out of me.
Thomas.
Oh, gentlemen, can't I go to bed?
You do not seem to appreciate the seriousness of your position.
I defy a man to spend a year in that cell and not understand the seriousness of his position.
Yet the state has harsher punishments.
You threaten like a dockside bully.
How should I threaten?
Like a minister of state with justice.
Well, justice is what you are threatened with.
Then I'm not present.
Master Secretary, the prisoner may retire as he requests. Unless you, my lord...
No, I see no purpose in prolonging the interview.
Then good night, Thomas.
May I have one or two more books?
You have books?
Yes.
I didn't know. You shouldn't have.
May I see my family?
No, jailer. Sir, have you ever heard the prisoner speak about the king's marriage or the king's supremacy of the church or the king's divorce?
No, sir, not a word.
If he does, you will of course report it to the lieutenant.
Of course, sir.
You will swear an oath to that effect.
Certainly, sir.
Archbishop.
Place your left hand on this and raise your right. Now say after me. I swear by my immortal soul.
I swear by my immortal soul.
That I will report truly anything said.
That I will report truly anything said.
By Sir Thomas More.
By Sir Thomas More.
Against the king.
Against the king.
The council.
Council.
Or the state of the
Or
realm.
the state of the realm.
So help me God, amen.
So help me God, amen.
There's 50 guineas in it if you do.
Yes, sir.
That's not to tempt you to perjury, my man.
No, sir. $50 guineas isn't tempting. 50 guineas is alarming. If he'd have left it at swearing, but 50, that's serious money. It's worth that much now, it'll be worth my neck presently. I want no part of it. They can sort it out between them. I can feel my deafness coming on.
Rich, Secretary, tomorrow morning remove the prisoner's books.
Is that really necessary?
Norfolk, with regard to this case, the king is becoming impatient.
Aye, with you!
With all of us. You know the king's impatience, how commodious it is. Secretary. Yes.
Sir Gregory Llewellyn has retired. Attorney General for Wales. His post is vacant and said I might approach you.
Not now. You must submit. The alternatives are bad. While war is alive, the king's conscience breaks into fresh, stinking flowers every time he gets from bed. And if I bring about Moore's death, I plant my own, I think. There's no other good solution. He must submit. We have to find a gentler way.
Wake up, Sir Thomas. Your family's here.
Margaret? They let you see me? Meg, for goodness sake, Meg, they haven't put you in here.
Oh, no, sir. Just a visit. A short one.
Thank you, thank you. Good morning. Good morning, Alice. Good morning, Will.
Husband, how do you do?
As well as may be, Alice. Very well now. Will?
This is an awful place.
Except it's keeping me from you, my dear. It's not so bad. Remarkably like any other place.
It drips.
Yes, to near the river.
We've brought you some things. Some cheese, and a custard, and these other things.
A bottle of wine, sir.
Ooh, is it good, Son Robert?
I don't know, sir.
Oh.
Sir, come out. Swear to the act. Take the oath and come out.
Is this why they let you see me?
Yes. Meg's under oath to persuade you.
That was very silly, Meg. How did you come to do that?
I wanted to.
You want me to swear to the act?
God more regards the thoughts of the heart than the words of the mouth, or so you've always told me.
Yes.
And say the words of the oath, and in your heart think otherwise.
What is an oath but words we say to God?
That's very neat.
Do you mean it's not true?
No, it's true.
Then it's a poor argument to call it neat, Meg. Look, Meg, when a man takes an oath, he holds his very self in his hands like water. And if he opens his fingers, he needn't hope to find himself again. Some men aren't capable of this. But I'd be loath to think your father was one of them.
But in any state, have good. You pay rates up high, not here for what you've already done. It's not your fault the state is 3/4 bad. Then if you elect yourself a secretary, elect yourself a hero.
Now, that's very neat. But look, if we lived in a state where virtue was profitable, common sense would make us good and greed would make us saintly. And we live like animals or angels in a happy land that needs no heroes. But since we see that avarice, anger, envy, pride, sloth, lust, and stupidity commonly profit far above humility, chastity, fortitude, justice, and thought, and have to choose to be human at all, then perhaps we must stand fast with the Lord, even at the risk of being destroyed.
In reason, haven't you already done as much as God can reasonably want?
Well, finally, it isn't a matter of reason. It's a matter of love.
So you're content, then, to be shut up here with mice and rats when you could be at home with us?
Content! If they don't get this wide, I'd be through it. Well, has Eve run out of apples?
Maybe I've not told you about what the house is like without you.
Don't, Meg.
What we do in the house because you're not there.
Meg, I'm done!
We sit in the dark because we put candles. And we have no talk because we're wondering what they're doing to you here.
The king is more merciful than you. He doesn't use the rack.
2 minutes to go, sir. I thought you'd like to know.
2 minutes?
Till 7 o'clock, sir. Sorry, 2 minutes.
Jailer! Will, go after him, talk to him, keep him occupied.
But how, sir?
Do you have any money?
Yes, yes.
No! Don't bribe him. He has a pair of dice. Make him play for it. And keep him occupied. And here, take this. Make sure you share it. Do it properly well. Now, listen. You must leave the country. All of you must leave the country.
And leave you here?
It doesn't matter, Meg. They won't let you see me again. You must all leave on the same day, but not from the same boat. Different boats from different ports.
After the trial, then.
There will be no trial. They have no case. Do this for me, I beseech you.
Yes.
Alice? Alice, I command you.
Right.
Oh, this is excellent. I know who packed this.
I packed it.
Yes. You still make a superlative custard, Alice.
Do I?
That's a nice dress you have on.
It's my cooking place.
nice anyway. It's a nice color.
My God, you're with me. I know I'm a fool, but I'm no such fool at this time to be lamenting for the state of my dresses, or cherishing compliments to my custard.
I am well abused. Alice.
No!
Alice, I am faint when I think of the worst they may do to me, but worse than that would be to go with you not understanding why I go.
I don't!
Alice, if you just tell me you understand, I think I can make a good death if I have to.
Your death's so good to me!
Alice, you must tell me you understand.
I don't believe this has to happen!
If you see that, Alice, I don't see how I would face it.
It's the truth.
You're an honest woman.
What good it might do me? I'll tell you what I'm afraid of, that when you're dead, I shall hate you for it.
Well, you mustn't, Alice. I'm sorry. You mustn't.
As for understanding, I understand that you're the best man I've ever met, or I've ever listened to. And if you must go, God knows why, I suppose. Though as God's my witness, God said preciousness will about him. And if anyone wants to know my opinion of the king and the council, they've only to ask for it.
Why, it's a lion, I'm great, a lion. Say what you like, this custard is very good, it's very good.
It's no good, sir. I know what you're up to, and it can't be done.
Another minute, man!
Sorry, sir. Time's up.
For pity's sake!
Now, don't do that, sir. Sir Thomas, the ladies will have to go now.
You said 7 o'clock.
It's 7 now, sir. You must understand my position.
But 1 more minute.
Give us a little while. Only a little while. Miss, you don't want to get me into trouble.
Do as you're told, be off at once.
Now, come along, miss. You'll get your father into trouble as well as
Wait
me.
now.
You are trying to obstruct me? Now, my lady, no trouble.
Get your muddy hands off me!
Am I to hold the guard then? Come on.
For God's sake, man, we're saying goodbye.
You don't know what you're asking, sir. You don't know how you're watched. Filthy, stinky, gutter-bred turkey! Call me what you like, ma'am. You've got to go. I'll see you suffer for this. You're doing your husband no good.
Alice, goodbye, my love.
You must understand my position, sir. There's nothing I can do. I'm just a plain, simple man. I want to keep out of trouble.
Oh, sweet Jesus. These plain, simple men.
And though you have heinously offended the King's Majesty, we hope that you will, even now, think and repent your obstinate opinions, you may still taste his gracious pardon.
My lords, I thank you. Howbeit, I make my petition to Almighty God that you'll keep me in this, my honest mind, as long as I shall live. As for the questions you may ask, I fear in my present condition that neither wit nor memory will
Cromwell, have you the charge?
I have, my lord.
Then read the charge.
That you did conspire traitorously and maliciously to deny and deprive our liege Lord Henry of his undoubted, certain title, Supreme Head of the Church in England.
But I have never denied this title.
You refused the oath tendered to you at the Tower and elsewhere.
Silence is not denial, and for my silence I am punished with imprisonment. Why have I been brought out again?
On a charge of high treason, Sir Thomas.
For which the punishment is not imprisonment.
Death comes for us all, my lords. Yes, even the kings he comes, to whom amidst all their royalty and brute force, he will neither kneel, nor pay them any reverence, nor pleasantly desire them to come forth, but roughly grasp them by the very breast and rattle them till they be stark dead, causing their bodies to be buried in the pits and sending them to a judgment, whereof at their death their success is uncertain.
Treason, not fear.
The death of kings is not in question here, Sir Thomas.
Nor mine, I trust, till I'm proven guilty.
Your life lies in your own hands, Thomas, as it always has.
For our own deaths, my lords, yours and mine, dare we for shame enter the kingdom of ease, when our Lord entered with so much pain?
No, Sir Thomas, you stand upon your silence.
Yes.
But, gentlemen of the jury, there are many kinds of silence. Consider first the silence of a man when he is dead. Let us say we go into the room where he is lying. Let us say this in the dead of night. There's nothing like darkness for sharpening the ear. And we listen. What do we hear? Silence. What does it betoken, this silence? Nothing. This is silence, pure and simple. But consider another case. Suppose I were to draw a dagger from my sleeve and make to kill the prisoner with it. And suppose their lordships there, instead of crying out for me to stop or crying out for help to stop me, maintain their silence. That would be token. It would be token of willingness that I should do it, and under the law, they would be guilty with me. So silence can, according to circumstances, speak. Consider now the circumstances of the prisoner's silence. The oath was put to good and faithful subjects up and down the country, and they had declared His Grace's title to be just and good. And when it came to the prisoner, he refused. He calls this silence. But is there a man in this court, is there a man in this country who does not know Sir Thomas More's opinion of the king's title? Of course not. But how could this be? Because this silence betokens, nay, this silence was not silence at all, but most eloquent denial.
Not so, Master Secretary. The doctrine is qui tacet consentire. Silence gives consent. If then you wish to construe what my silence betokens, you must construe that I consented, not that I denied.
Is that what the world in fact construes from it? Do you pretend that that is what you wish the world to construe from it?
The world must construe according to its wits. This court must construe according to the law.
I put it to the court that the prisoner is perverting the law, making smoky what should be a clear light to discover to the court his own wrongdoing.
The law is not a light for you or any man to see by. The law is not an instrument of any kind. The law is a causeway on which, so long as he keeps to it, a citizen may walk safely. In matters of conscience.
The conscience.
You are not familiar with the word?
By God, too familiar. I am very used to hear it in the mouths of criminals.
I am used to hear bad men misuse the name of God, yet God exists. In matters of conscience, the loyal subject is more bounden to be loyal to his conscience than to any other thing.
And so provide a noble motive for his frivolous self-conceit.
He is not so, Master Cromwell. Very impure necessity for respect of my own soul.
For himself, you mean?
Yes, a man's soul is his self.
A miserable thing, whatever you call it. That lives like a bat in a Sunday school, a shrill, incessant pedagogue about its own salvation, but nothing to say of your place in the state, under the king, in a great native country.
Is it my place to say good to the state's sickness? Can I help my king by giving him lies when he asks for truth? Will you help England by populating her with liars?
My lords, I wish to call Sir Richard Rich. Sir Richard.
I do solemnly swear.
I do solemnly swear that the evidence I shall give before the court shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Yes.
So help me God, Sir Richard.
So help me God.
You take your stand there, Sir Richard.
Now, Rich, on 12th March you were at the Tower.
Yes.
With what purpose?
I was sent to carry away the prisoner's books.
Did you talk with the prisoner?
Yes.
Did you talk about the king's supremacy of the church?
Yes.
What did you say?
I said to him, supposing there were an act of parliament that I, Richard Rich, should be king, would not you, Master Moore, take me to be king? That I would, he said, for then you would be king.
Yes.
Then he said, I will put you a higher place. Supposing there were an act of parliament that God should not be God.
Yes, then you said.
Silence, continue.
I said, that I will put you in middle place. Parliament has made our king head of the church. Why will you not accept him?
Well?
He said, Parliament has no power to do it.
Repeat the prisoner's words.
He said, Parliament has not the competence, or words to that effect.
He denied the title.
He did.
In good faith, Rich, I am sorrier for your perjury than my peril.
You deny this?
Yes, my lords, if I were a man who heeded not the taking of an oath, you know it well I need not be here. Now I will take an oath. If what Master Rich has said is true, may I never see God in the face. Which I would not say a word otherwise for anything on earth.
That is not evidence.
Is it probable that after so long a silence on this, the very subject so dearly sought to me, I should open my mind to a man such as that?
Do you wish to modify your testimony?
No, Secretary.
Sir Thomas?
There were two other men, Southwell and Palmer.
Unhappily, Sir Richard Southwell and Master Palmer are both in Ireland on the king's business. It has no bearing. I have a deposition here in which the court will see that, being busy with the prisoner's books, they did not hear what was said.
If I had really said this, is it not obvious? He immediately would have called these men to witness.
Sir Richard, have you anything to add?
Nothing, Secretary.
Sir Thomas?
To what end? I am a dead man. You had your desire of me. What you hunted me for was not my actions, but the thoughts of my heart. It is a long road that you have opened. For first men will disclaim their hearts, and then presently they will have no hearts. God help the people whose statesmen walk your road.
And the witness may withdraw.
I have one question to ask the witness. That's a chain of office you're wearing. May I see it? The Red Dragon. What is this?
Sir Richard has been appointed Attorney General for Wales.
For Wales. Why, Richard? It profits a man nothing to sell his soul for the whole world. But for Wales?
Now, I must ask the court's indulgence. I have a message for the prisoner and the king. Sir Thomas, I am empowered to tell you that he...
No, it cannot be.
The case rests, my lords.
The jury will retire to consider the evidence.
Considering the evidence, it shouldn't be necessary for them to retire. retire. Is it necessary?
No, sir.
Then is the prisoner guilty or not?
Guilty, sir.
Prisoner at the bar, you have been found guilty of high treason. The sentence of the court.
My lord, when I was practicing law, it was the custom to ask the prisoner, before pronouncing sentence, should he have anything to say.
Have you anything to say?
Yes. To avoid this, I have taken every path my winding wits could find. But now that the court have determined to condemn me, God knows how, I shall disclose my mind concerning my indictment and the king's title. The indictment is grounded in an act of parliament which is directly repugnant to the law of God. The king and parliament cannot bestow the supremacy of the church because it is a spiritual supremacy. And more to this, the immunity of the church is promised both in Magna Carta and the king's own coronation oath.
Now we plainly see that you are malicious.
Not so, Master Secretary. I am the king's loyal subject and pray for him and all the realm. I do none harm, I say none harm, I think none harm. And if this be not enough to keep a man alive, then in good faith, I long not to live. I have, since I came into prison, been several times in such a case where I thought I would die within the hour. And I thank God I was never sorry for it, but rather sorry when it passed. And therefore my poor body is at the king's disposal. Would God that my death might do him some good. Nevertheless, it is not for the supremacy that you have sought my blood, but because I would not bend to the marriage.
Sir Thomas More, you have been found guilty of the charge of high treason. The sentence of the court is that you shall be taken from the court to the tower and thence to the place of execution, and there your head shall be stricken from your body, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Drink this.
My master had hazel and gall, not wine to drink. Let me be good.
Father? Father?
Have patience, Meg, and trouble not thyself. Death comes for us all, even at our birth. Even at our birth, death does but stand aside a little. And every day he looks towards us and muses somewhat to himself, whether that day or the next he will draw nigh. It is a law of nature and the will of God. You have long known the secrets of my heart.
Sir Thomas! Remember me, Sir Thomas? When you were Chancellor, you gave false judgment against me.
Woman,
Remember that now?
woman, you see how I am occupied. your case well, and if I had to give judgment, I should not alter it. You had no injury. So go your way and content yourself, and trouble me not. I beseech your grace, go back. Friend, be not afraid of your office. You send me to God.
You're very sure of that, Sir Thomas.
You will not refuse one who is so glad to go to heaven.
Behold the head of a traitor. I'm still breathing. Are you? It's nice, isn't it? It isn't difficult to keep alive, just don't cause trouble. Or if you must make trouble, make the sort of trouble that's expected. Well, I don't need to tell you that. If we should bump into one another, remember me.
One of which is Caleb. Our other director, Libby, unfortunately couldn't be with us this evening. But we thank you so much for all of your hard work, even amidst all of the school assignments, the workload of the Templeton Honors College. This play was entirely student-led and student-produced, and we couldn't have done it without Caleb and Libby. And so thank you. graduating seniors, the amazing Thomas More, Daniel Finegan. Wolsey and Norfolk. A huge thank you to our costume designer, Rosie Finegan. Flowers for everyone.
Well, yeah. A lot of flowers. Thank you all for coming out. You guys have been such a wonderful audience. And yeah, I also want to give a big thank you to Templeton Honors College for giving us use of this space, and Jamie Pavo, who's not here, but she has worked so hard with me on getting this space reserved for rehearsals and practices. This is the busiest time of the year to be the event supervisor, and so it's been wonderful and crazy. But yeah, thank you guys all so much for coming out. As mentioned before, you are welcome to stay. We plan to sit here and talk about the show for maybe 15 minutes after, talking about what it means to us and getting a time for questions. And so, yeah, please feel free to join us for that. But yeah, thank you all so much for coming out. Have a great night. Safe travels home. And yeah, God bless you.
Well done.
This place is
Sure, I have loved this play for a very, very long time. I probably read it first time either junior high or high school. Kind of kept rereading it, watching the excellent film version as well. Then I came here and took Justice in the Common Good with wonderful Dr. Richards, and I remember in that class distinctly, you had us act out a few scenes from the book, and I was always disappointed that we didn't get to see the whole thing. So I decided, why not do it? It has been one of the most important works on my moral imagination. A lot of people, Graham keeps joking about how, like, after we started doing this play, I kept acting like more, and I more kind of joked that, like, I want to be like him. I want to be like the character in this play. I think we need more people like him, who love their country, who love the people who have been put by God over them, and will do anything they can to not let those things come into conflict with their love of God. But if they must, they will choose God first. That's what I want to be.
Daniel, I'm wondering if you and Rosemary and Emma especially could talk a little bit about the conflict that I think Alice and Meg must feel with their husband and father making the decision of silence, and that decision that he feels like he must make to hold true to Christ, but one that puts his family in harm's way.
Rosina, if you...
I'll let you guys speak on that first.
Okay, I can start. I think I was talking to Tyler. I was like, because I have found myself relating to Meg in some ways, and I was trying to get in her mind, and I was like, why would she ever want to marry Roper? I was like, especially since her father, she has so much respect for her father, and I was like, if her father doesn't approve of him, why would she ever want that? And I think Tyler said, well, I think her father has educated her and has taught her to stand up for herself and speak of what she wants. And I think that comes into conflict there. It's like you have, or Moore has given Meg an education, has taught her to speak truth, and I think that comes in conflict of why aren't you doing as you have educated me to, in that sense. And so while Meg respects Moore, her father, a lot, and I think would like to agree with him. I think she has learned this way of life of speaking the truth and standing for truth through her education, and yeah, I think she is upset with that. I don't know if Alice has any thoughts.
Well, Alice is definitely not educated. That's actually it's in her character description, which is very funny to me. But I think that because she's not educated, there's a lot of what she does not understand behind Moore's logic, and her kind of first priority, or at least her first priority as I tried to play her, is that she's trying to protect people, and she's trying to protect her family especially. And she deeply loves both Moore and Margaret. It's a bit of a tough love at times, but she deeply loves both of them. And the fact that Moore is doing something that puts himself in harm's way, and possibly puts Meg in harm's way as well, is very scary to her, and that uncertainty I think is also very scary to her. And just the fact that she doesn't, as she says in that last scene, which is one of my favorites to act, was she doesn't understand why Thomas made this decision, and she has to trust him, and that I think was very hard for her until that kind of last scene, her having to figure out how to trust him, and her just being so conflicted because she doesn't understand she understands enough to be scared, but she isn't educated. She's not Meg, and I think she's a little envious of Meg and the education that she got, because she wants so deeply to understand Thomas, which is why she asks him to make a statement, but she also just wants him to be safe, and she wants Meg to be safe, but she has to learn to trust him. She also does not trust Roper. She does not think he's the best for her daughter, and I'd like to have that on record.
Well, and I feel like Tyler, I see a change in Roper in that prison scene. Like he's almost like being under, in some ways, under, Moore's tutelage for many years in their conversations and in their conflicts. But do you feel like there's a change in their relationship and in his kind of sympathy towards Moore?
Yeah, I definitely do. I think that Moore has an effect on most characters. I see it a little bit in Rich, who is almost there, where it could be a mentor and student relationship, but they don't have obviously like Roper marries into the family and has that. But I definitely experienced the big shift. I'd say notably Act 2, I come out and kind of cue the audience that I'm married into the family now, and I kind of like was very intentional about looking at you guys and be like, my commitment to the church, of course. Big change for a pride one back to the church. Yeah, I wonder, and specifically for Moore's character, and his influence of sort of like conservatism, being slow to act, and not going out guns blazing, even though he does think it should be a little bit of reform in the church. I wonder if that is how prudent that is, especially like I align myself with the Reformation, so they know that well.
He wasn't acting either.
But yeah, but I find that Moore has that influence on a lot of characters.
So I wanted to ask Rose about costuming.
Okay,
And,
yeah.
it seems like a lot of the costuming is a mix of modern and historical pieces. I mean, not historical, but I wanted to ask about the decision to costume certain things the way that they did, and if there's a piece you're particularly proud of.
Yes, so fun fact, everyone's costumes, with the exception of our dear Norfolk, / Woolsey, and Daniel, and the common man's base, were provided, and this dress that she's wearing right now, were provided by the amazing Anna Finegan of the Shakespeare Company. And a lot of my costume decisions came from what fit who, and a lot of those costumes are for teenagers, and we are not teenagers any longer, most of us. So there was actually quite a bit of logistics behind a lot of the costuming though. So I was talking to Caleb initially when we were getting the costumes, and we were like, what if we put the bad guys and the antagonists in warmer colors and the protagonists in cooler colors, so you can see King Henry's in red, Cromwell's in purple, which is a bit of a crossover, but I cheated a bit because our lovely, lovely Noelle's in ginger and reds, and warm colors generally don't look good on. I'm sorry, we may move on later. You start off in green, which is a cool color, when you are being tutored by Mr. Rich, and then you change into this costume with, it's a red, and then you have the purple cloak, signalizing, that you are aligning yourself with Cromwell. And then Norfolk has a blue cravat and a blue suit. Chappie, who is a mix of the characters, so the red shirt was Ethan's idea. He was the one wearing it, so that was kind of fully him. And then a lot of the costumes for the common man, I tried to choose very plain colors, very beige colors. Fun fact, the tails of his coat for Matthew, the steward, are made out of the sleeves of Tyler's vest. And Tyler, you were originally wearing the coat that Jaden, Chippy's attendant, was wearing, but he just figured out that that did not fit him very well, so we just switched it. And a lot of the costuming, again, was prioritized by just the needs of our actors, and then a lot of them had a lot of control over their costumes and what they wanted to put in or put out. I kind of tried to let them have as much control as they could over their costumes. I don't know if that clarifies any of what you're thinking, but those are kind of some of the thoughts that went into the costumes, and quite a few other smaller pieces are brought from home.
I think my favorite costume is Rich's final costume.
Yeah.
Every time to see her like saunter on stage with the cape is just I think just to be respectful of everybody's time, I would do maybe one more question. Yes.
It's hard to place. All right. I just want to say thank you to Daniel and to all of you for putting so much time in this. Believe it or not, so I've seen the movie, of course, but this is only the second time I've seen the play staged, and to have it done by students is just so wonderful. So thank you so much for this evening. And the question is as I'm wondering is kind of how did you find? So this can be to any of you. How did you find living with this text in this kind of depth, right? Beyond the depth that we can get to in class, hopefully set up by the depth we do get to in class. How did it change your view? Or did anyone kind of come to a different view of the characters of the scene than they had? So I hear lots of things when we're discussing this text in class, and I wonder if inhabiting it for this long changed how you see it. And some of you guys do this after you've done the play with me, and that'll be fun too.
I think one of the most interesting thoughts I had while doing this was there's a version of this where I'm the villain, where Moore is the villain and Cromwell is in the right.
There's a TV show to that effect, I think. So there's a TV show to that effect, I think.
Yes. And that just struck me one day, and I was like, oh, Moore's kind of a fool. He could start a war. Why would he do that? So So I think it gave me a lot more sympathy for characters who are very easy to portray as only evil or only malevolence. But I think there's enough in the text to show that Henry, Cromwell, Rich, Shapee, even Common Man, they're trying. And maybe we can judge them from great heights. But there's a lot at stake.
Yeah, I'll say it very briefly. I hear this coming from a lot of different people, but I feel like when you actually play the character, you start to empathize with them a lot more. I definitely, when I started the play, I was like, I do not remember who Norfolk is or what he is. And I kind of thought he was like, small sardines or something, but I really get where he's coming from. And I imagine a lot of other people, having seen these characters play so many times, I feel like I do get them a little bit more, even when I'm not playing them. But someone like Norfolk, I definitely had to ask myself, would I do what Moore was doing? Probably not. And I feel kind of bad for that, but I really do relate to him, and I don't think it's just because I played him. I think it's probably just because I actually feel like I understand his character a little more now. And I don't know if, I assume other people feel sort of similar to this, but I think that's my main takeaway.
I'll just say, I certainly have not spent nearly as much time with this text as the actors have. I don't, I have done theater for many, many years, and I understand doing lines. I've never done a play like this. This is so many lines. Daniel, you are actually insane.
How long was it? When did you start?
It was
3 months, max?
Yeah.
But when did we actually start?
2 weeks.
It was a very long time. We were only able to rehearse once a week for maybe an hour.
Yeah.
We did not have this all down from memory until Thursday.
Our Thursday performance was the first full run through without stopping. So that's always yes, this is the second.
And even more, the first time we had everybody there.
Yeah, I think maybe we had one practice where everybody was there before Thursday. I didn't realize that. Yeah. Wow. But I will say, especially watching the play and seeing everybody full of acting and not reading from books anymore, so many of the lines hit me so hard. Especially Daniel's lines, his line of "Would you come with me for friendship?" Every time it's wow. Or even the line that he says to Rich in the last scene that everybody always laughs about. Would you sell your soul for whales? It's a funny line, but when I first heard it, there was no laughing audience, and it was just you sold your soul for not even for the whole world, but just for whales. Why would you do that? And it was it's just, I feel like this play is so powerful in so many ways. Unless we have any other burning questions, I am going to wrap up. I just want to say one more thing. This play would not have happened, obviously, would not have happened without these wonderful actors, but this play would not have happened without these wonderful actors. Even from auditions, I knew that these were incredible actors. I feel like a normal director has to do directing. I just did a lot of managing things and making sure that the lights turned on at the right time, and they made so many of the wonderful acting decisions, and I could not have done this if it were not for these wonderful people, and so I would like for you guys to give them another wonderful round of applause.
Because Caleb and the darling Libby, who cannot be here tonight, have worked their butts off and done so much that we can appreciate with getting the space, with getting our programs printed, with helping with the designs for everything, with okaying costumes, with everything, and put so much work into it while being freshmen and finishing up finals. And I think that you deserve all the flowers as well, from everything. And I think that we're all so incredibly grateful for you, Caleb. So thank you so much.
Thank you again for coming.
Thank you.